fucker. Using hacks at LAN. That's the worst, right? Optic Gaming, I think it was. I've never heard about it. I gotta hear. Optic Gaming. Right. In February 2019, Activision confirmed that they would be launching a Wait. Presented by Optic Gaming. Oh, that's probably not it. Axe. Optic CEO responds to Forsaken CSO hacking scandal. CSGO, eh? Banana off Monkey says, people who cheat in multiplayer modes piss me off. In competitive games. In competitive games. PvP games, right? After almost 2 years since the incident, Optic Gaming CEO Hector Rodriguez has opened up about the cheating scandal of Forsaken that took place in 2018. Oh, that was the same year, right? Forsaken was publicly caught cheating during the finals of Zoe Extremeland 2018 by the tournament admins. He and his former team, who constituted the CSGO roster of Optic India, were disqualified. Yeah, I can imagine. It was later found out that Forsaken had used the same cheats during the ESL India Premiership. Oh, wow. That fucker. I mean, I suppose. I'm not really surprised, but yeah, that fucker, eh? Oh. Let's see. Blasphemous says, try this. And then he gives us something. This thing. It says, I've already filled in your channel ID for you. You just need to add your OAuth. Wait, why is this not happening? Wait, what's going on? Ah. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, when are we gonna play Bioshock Infinite? Oh man. Oh man. So many games to play. Actually, I kind of feel the urge to play Bioshock Infinite now. So many games. Alright. Thanks a bunch, Blasphemous. I actually, if you don't mind, I'll probably just wait on this and do it. Later. Let's see. Twitch update. All right. Yeah, I'll check that out later on. But I'm very grateful, right? I'm gonna try it out for sure. Banana Waffle Monkey says, yeah, that's what I mean by multiplayer. All right. Blasphemous says, now you can make an alias and change your game via the terminal. The end. Exactly. And that's what I wanted, right? That's what I tried to do myself, but I just failed at it. And then I assumed the problem was authentication. But maybe that's not why it failed. Like, actually, yeah, more reasonable was that I screwed something up and therefore it failed. Node owner says, these pros are already amazing at the game. And just using a tiny amount of hacks, they're able to dominate while still looking pretty legit. Oh, of course, right? Since it's so tight, they don't have to... nice. Lasman says, okay, just save it somewhere. Nice. The link I gave will expire soon. Yeah, 54 minutes, it said. Thanks. Very grateful. I'll look into that after lunch, after my after lunch nap. One of the two, probably. Right, okay. Thanks for coming. Let's play this game. We'll live here. Right, so. Find out anything about your ghost? Yeah. For those who missed it, we found out that May here has been sniffing some gases coming out from the ground, and she's hallucinating. That's what we've learned. Probably. Yeah. Tell him, May. There were some newspaper clippings that talked about a ghost. Not just any ghost, Little Joe. I don't really remember Little Joe. He's a ghost miner. He died in mysterious circumstances. Wow, I know, right? Mysterious. I thought you were, like, afraid of this ghost. Like, filled with, like, dread and shit. I'm terrified. Okay. So, it mentioned 3 different places we can all check out. I have work and stuff. Yeah, Greg and I also have work. You guys skip out on work all the time. Maybe we can, like, split this up? Share custody of you and your ghosts. Right? What places were you thinking about? The graveyard? I call that one. It's close and not illegal. Is there an illegal one? ... Sure is. The Historical Society. You know, you don't have to, like, break in. The people there, like, get paid to show it to you. Yeah, that's not illegal, right? Anyway, I'm in for the Historical Society. Oh, man. Awesome. So, what did I get stuck with? Possum Jump. I know Possum Jump. We used to go there in the Scouts. Perfect. Okay, I need to, like, actually get home and do work. This is gonna be awesome. Also, I'm scared to death. Oh, May. I'm surprised that Bay didn't take a bigger issue with the gas thing. Oh, hello, Dad. Ugh. Yeah, seems like that's going around. The ugh. Yippers. So, you and Mom had a bit of a fight yesterday, huh? Blasphemous says, if you really wanted an API key, though, it is easy to find someone else's to use. Is that unethical? I think the API key gives access to stuff on my channel, so it has to be my API key. However, you do have a point. I could just use someone else's phone number. Set up a phone number to do it with. I mean, if I don't need a key, then I wonder why it really wanted me to do the key thing. Blasphemous says, I think the OAuth is the only one tied to your account. Oh, did not know that. No, don't ask. Have you seen this? I have not. Legal advice on Reddit, eh? I don't spend a lot of time in Reddit. Alright, so what's this? Post-it notes left in apartment. MA. Post-it notes left in apartment. On the 15th of April, I found a yellow post-it note in a handwriting that wasn't mine on my desk, reminding me of some errands I had to do. But I told literally nobody about it. Wait. Oh, the errands? Well, odd, I chalked it up to something I did in my sleep, thinking maybe in my half-awake state I scrawled it so it didn't appear to be my handwriting. I threw it out and thought little of it. I recognize this. I wonder if I've read it before. Let's keep reading, I suppose. That's, by the way, did you see that cookie thing down here? That's how you do a cookie thing. On the 19th, I'm pretty sure I've read this before, but I don't remember it, so let's go. On the 19th, I found another post-it note on the back of my desk chair, in the same handwriting as the previous note, telling me to make sure that I saved my documents. I was freaked out, but there were no other signs of a break-in, so I set up a webcam in my house aimed at my desk and used a security cam app for it to record after detecting movement. On the 28th, I woke up to find another post-it note, this one saying, "Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it is very important that we do." Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's very important that we do. I immediately checked the webcam's folder on my computer and found nothing from the night before, but my computer's recycling bin had been emptied, which I am certain I did not do recently, indicating someone had noticed the webcam and deleted the files. They were just saved straight to a folder on my desktop called webcam. Today, on the 1st of May, I found another post-it note, this time on the outside of my door with nothing written on it, and there also appeared to be post-its on many other doors in my apartment complex, all blank in varying colors. Do I have any legal recourse here? I have no proof except for the post-its, but those are written by my pen and on my post-it notes, so conceivably I could have faked them. Would contacting the police get me into any trouble if they can't determine an outside source for this? I just want to make sure I'm not wasting anyone's time. Should I consult my landlord? Those also living in the complex. Edit. I pulled up a letter I received from my landlord back when I moved in, and the handwriting is identical. Could this count as evidence? But that's creepypasta, right? Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it is important that we do. Could this count as evidence? Of course it could, right? Who even asks that? Handwriting is identical. Right? If that started happening to me, yeah, I would consult the landlord. Well, yeah, it seems kind of, wait. I mean, it's a scary story, I suppose. If I started noticing people leaving notes in my home, if this actually happened to me, of course, right? I wouldn't go to Reddit and ask about it. I would call someone. Right, make sure that the door was locked. Change the locks? I don't know. I would take a lot of recourse. If this happened to me, this would be unacceptable. Unacceptable. I would do something. Note Honor says, here is the update on the situation and how it resolved. All right. Update. All right. Thanks to everyone who sent suggestions and gave advice on how to proceed. how to proceed it. All right. Especially to those who recommended a CO detector. Because when I plugged... there we go. That makes sense. CO detector, because when I plugged one into the bedroom, it read at 100 ppm. TLDR, I had CO poisoning and I thought my landlord was stalking me. That actually explains the whole thing, right? Yep. And that's what's happening to May. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. It's a great story, though. This one is a great lesson. Like any mystery, the history of the world has turned out to not be magic. There is some sort of explanation that explains the thing, right? Oof. Good thing someone noticed that thing and gave that tip. That tip, man. Great fucking tip. Roostercock asks, what's a CO detector? Carbon monoxide. Blasphemous says Colorado. Nice. Same thing, really. Nice. Yeah, carbon monoxide. That's some dangerous shit. And that's what May is suffering. I'm convinced, right? I got convinced from that, right? From those newspaper clippings we read yesterday. I'm convinced that is what's happening. She's having hallucinations and nightmares. Vivid nightmares. All right. Yeah. Good story, though. Nice story. Better mystery than... yeah, good mystery. Sorry, like that. Nodonner says, think of all the supernatural things people have experienced that could have just been CO or some other problem. Oh, they could not have. They were CO or some other problem, right? There were no supernatural happenings. Everything that happens within nature. Except for like Santa Claus and stuff like that. Blasphemous says, maybe May is not really a cat. Maybe May is a fictional character. Banana Waffle Monkey says, mercury and lead were huge ones. Oh, I can imagine. And he continues, lead acetate was used as a sweetener a long time because it tastes sweet. Oh man. A lot of people dying from that, I think. Maybe? Roostercock says, maybe May isn't really in my home right now, sitting next to me. Wait. Maybe she isn't. Alright. Yeah. I thought you two were getting along. We were, or we are. I mean, we resolved the fight. Did we just claim to resolve the fight, or is it still there nagging in May's mind? I don't know. May. Spelt differently, pronounced the same, right, Roostercock? Nodonner says, lead flavor. I mean, sugar are sweet, and sugar is unhealthy as well, Nodonner, right? We were. Like, ice cream tastes really great, but that's not very healthy, is it? Let's go that we were, right? But we talked about it. I just hate to see you two on the outs again. It'll be fine, we're cool. So we're having money problems, eh? Blasphemous says, Maybe Cider is not real either, and I'm imagining a pet cat while playing a game where the main character is a cat, but isn't really a cat and just has CO poisoning. Have. You're talking about yourself having CO poisoning, right? That is something to consider blasphemous. Maybe you should try pinching yourself to see if you're not dreaming. It's an infinite loop? Wait, Banana Waffle Monkey said, when you have games with dialogue options like this, do you respond how you think the character would respond, or do you respond how you would respond if it was you in the story? Oh man, Banana Waffle Monkey, I don't know. Flip a coin? Sometimes it's like how I wish I would have responded. Sometimes it is how I would have responded. Sometimes I think what makes sense to the story or what makes sense to the character. Other times I just go by... Like this time I just felt, this feels right. Right? I was thinking that conflict is not over. They talked about it, but the conflict was not resolved. Therefore, I said we were. But yeah, I have no consistency in that at all, Banana Waffle Monkey. Unfortunately. Yeah. I think the only choice that I probably do consistently is the one choice that I would not always, but most like the through line. If you want to find a through line of my choices, it's probably the choices that I find most ethically appealing. Yeah. They fit with my worldview, right? My ethics. Yeah, my code of ethics. That's probably the best through line. So, yeah. That would probably be it. Colgate InnoTap says, sometimes I call you out on breaking character. Wait. Breaking character? Well... Yeah, I suppose. But that's a different thing entirely, isn't it, Colgate InnoTap? Right? You call me out. And that I'm happy with people doing that, right? Calling me out when I do dumb shit. Like Blasphemous calling me... Well... Not really calling me out, but pointing out that the thing, what's it called again? The whataboutism, that it's dumb. It took me 2 days to end up on the same side as Blasphemous, but yeah, it is dumb, right? If I'm not called out, I wouldn't get to that point. So that makes me happy and grateful being called out like that. Roostercock says, for fun fact, for a long time, I thought it is not possible to have a dream in which you wake up, but I was proven wrong, as I had such a dream occur to me multiple times now. Oh, you dream that you wake up, but you're still in the dream? I think I've had that dream. Maybe. I don't remember a lot of my dreams. Blasphemous says, Cider, where did you first learn about whataboutism? Oh, fuck, I don't even remember. And I just took it, it was just in the periphery, right? Someone talking about it that did not study it or whatever. It was just someone talking about it. About whataboutism. Fuck, I don't remember. But I felt the name was apt and it made sense. Banana Waffle Monkey says, what is whataboutism? Well, it's two different things. It was probably on YouTube. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was on YouTube. Sure, it was some random person on the internet. Yeah, it was a random person on the internet. It was not Wikipedia or something like that. Let's see. Did you enjoy that dream, Roostercock? Well, it depends. It's the worst thing. Oh man, I can imagine a nightmare where you wake up and then wake up and then wake up And it's the same recurring nightmare where you just wake up into the same recurring nightmare over and over. Actually, I think I've had that nightmare. Colgatinotab says, like not touching the pumpkin. Ah, that was breaking May's character. Yes, right. But, I mean... Oh, I remember that. But that's fine. I don't mind breaking character, right? Prescribing my ethics upon the character. Yeah, I don't mind doing that at all. Roostercock says, I even had a nightmare, there we go, that where I remember screaming, wake up, yet I still couldn't wake up for a while. Yeah, that's rough. Have you had, what's that called, like night terrors? Where you wake up and are still paralyzed. That is some fucked up shit. Blasphemous says, I'm starting to think people are throwing around these terms to kill discussions. I wouldn't think so, right? Since I threw it out. But that's the consequence, Blasphemous. The consequence is that it kills the discussion. Which is a terrible consequence, and that you convinced me of that is what happens, right? When people throw around that term. Because it does kill the discussion, which is a sad... something I don't want, right? In debates, it's a good strategy. It could be a good strategy if the person does not have a response to it, right? In a debate where you just try to convince the audience of something. But if you're actually trying to discuss and learn something new, it's not conducive for that. The whataboutism thing. It's not helpful. You're not going anywhere. It just stops it. And yeah, I don't like it. It took me a couple of days, but I finally understood it, yeah. Roostercock says, I usually enjoy nightmares. Ooh, but that one not so much. Ooh, I like that perspective. I like that. Enjoy nightmares. Lovely. Like it's like a scary movie, right? Banana Waffle Monkey said, I actually, just before reading Banana Waffle Monkey says, I actually had my first dream the other night about talking with chat. My first dream. Well, it might not have been my first dream. Usually I don't remember my dreams. I just had that memory, looking at these colors at the stream and responding to something, and then I woke up. Banana Wolf Monk says, my nightmares are usually about school related, right? Usually your dreams are related to what's going on in your life, I suppose. I wonder what proportion of nightmares are school and or work related. Oh man, that would be difficult. I mean, you can probably record statistics on your own dreams, Banana Waffle Monkey, but like overall, any statistics on dreams in general, it's not really. Blasphemous says, not you, but random people online. Yeah, I can imagine that. Some people doing that on purpose, right? Killing the discussion, right? Right, when you are discussing, if you're like on opposite sides on an idea, right? Well, opposite side, that sounds weird, right? But you get my point, right? If you want the other person, you just want to force them into accepting what you're saying, then that's a strategy to doing that. So I can see people doing that for sure. I would probably, with my, I'm going with the charitable principle, right? I would assume in most situations, if it weren't clear, I would assume the people I would talk to not doing it for that reason. But that's just me, right? That's my approach to life. Node Runner says, I had an idea while laying in bed that there's two kinds of dreaming. Oh, interesting. There's conscious and subconscious dreaming. Yeah, we call it daydreaming, right, Node Runner? Subconscious dreaming. Wait, no, sorry. Conscious and subconscious. I was thinking wake and asleep. That's not what you said. You said conscious and subconscious. That's completely different. Sorry. So then he says, subconscious dreaming is normal dreams while you sleep. Conscious dreaming is like a daydream or a lucid dream. But you can, when you remember your dream, right, you can be aware that you're, well, I think we have different views of what the subconscious and what the conscious is. And are you conscious while dreaming, while sleeping? Is that conscious? Or is it subconscious? I mean, subconscious is like, I'm going to tell you right now that you are breathing in and you're breathing out. But before I said that, that was a subconscious thing, right? You weren't thinking about it. It just happened to you. And maybe you're dreaming in your subconscious, but that's not daydreaming, right? Daydreaming well, no, you said daydreaming happens in the consciousness. But if you wake up and remember your dream, then that could not have been in the subconscious because it is in your awareness. But I suppose you're right. You can be daydreaming and not being conscious about you yourself daydreaming. So you could probably be dreaming at night as part of the subconscious, and it can be lifted up to the conscious or not. Right? Before me thinking about it, I was not conscious about that sweatshirt being in my eye line. It was in my subconscious, it was in my eye line, and I filtered it out subconsciously, but now that I brought it into the consciousness. So I wonder then if they would be two different kinds of dreaming. Probably, right? I like and I would actually say like daydreaming and lucid dreaming are completely different as well, right? Because lucid dreaming is when you make yourself conscious and you're aware that you are dreaming. Daydreaming, on the other hand, is pretty much you just let your mind wander and it just wanders and makes up stories, right? That's daydreaming. So it's half conscious. Maybe? That's an interesting idea. Alright, Banana Waffle Monkey says, alright, back to the whataboutism, I think. Well, in a debate, you usually have a set topic. So it would make more sense in that setting to call someone out for veering off topic. Oh, it's not really off topic, though. The whataboutism. Right? It's you making something. That's why it doesn't make sense, right? The context in which we talked about it was, right? I was saying that a longer life, I think that's something good. And I'll just go with that example instead of going with a new example. Blasphemous said that the quality of life matters in that discussion. And I said that's, right, for me, right, in my judgment, that was not relevant to the discussion. But for Blasphemous, it was relevant, right? So what I did by saying that's whataboutism, that's me drawing the line and saying, oh, you are not allowed to think this is relevant. Right? If it's, right, off topic is a value judgment. Actually, we could probably talk about it as off topic. In my mind, it was off topic. In Blasphemous' mind, it was not off topic. And therefore, it was not off topic, right? I'm not allowed to make that decision for Blasphemous, right? That doesn't make any sense. But it's a valuable tool, right? I don't want to throw out the idea of whataboutism, right? Because one can use whataboutism strategy and just move all around the place and confuse the person you're talking about by jumping from one idea to another, to a third, to a fourth, and just jumping around and just sowing confusion by doing that, and then calling someone out for doing that and saying that is rude. I mean, I think that's fine. calling someone out for doing that, right? Could we stay on topic, or could we draw some lines, right? But you have to agree, right? If the thing that someone is veering off onto, if that is off topic or not, you have to find an agreement. You can't accuse someone from going off topic. You have to say, like something in the lines of, I don't understand how this is relevant. Could you please explain that to me? That's the way to respond to something that you think is off topic, because it's obviously not off topic because they thought about it, if that makes sense. Lasmus says that kind of reminds me of this, and then he shows us some quote. Good reads. Oh, Chomsky. Nice. Sometimes I feel good about Chomsky, sometimes not. Let's read this quote. The smart way to keep people passive and obedient is to strictly limit the spectrum of acceptable opinion, but allow very lively debate within that spectrum. Yeah. Right? Fuck. This has even gotten a word nowadays. Fuck. I've heard about this recently, right? They talk about the sphere of discourse, right? Something like that. The sphere of public discourse. And you, within your bubble, has that spectrum, right? You have an idea of what's acceptable to talk, and then you have this like scale, right? And any opinion outside of that scale becomes unacceptable to you, and on this side, I guess, becomes unacceptable to you. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was saying, right? That calling someone out for whataboutism and saying that that's not okay what you're doing is limiting. It is limiting it, right? It's me deciding what you are allowed to think, and that's nonsense. Me allowing or disallowing that, right? Banana Waffle Monkey says, in before I look at the source, and it's George Carlin. Oh man. Oh, but that's Noam Chomsky. But we have been talking about George Carlin before. Even better, Noam Chomsky, the patron saint of English majors. Exactly. Not only that, alright. Noam Chomsky, it's one of those names that just shows up fucking everywhere. Fucking everywhere he shows up. Public intellectual. Alright, Node Owner says, because lucid dreaming exists. Yep, I've done lucid dreaming, where you are aware and conscious in your dream. Then, while not lucid dreaming, you must not be in control. That dream is totally in control of your subconscious. Does it have to be that? Is it necessarily that? I'm not so sure. Right? It could be in control of your conscious, but you are not aware that your conscious is in control. Right? Your experience, it's difficult to know. No? Yeah, it has to be in control of your subconscious. That dream is controlled by your subconscious. But then daydreaming is also, you can daydream both. And that's your point right now. That was your point. You can daydream where you are in control of the daydream, but you can also daydream where the subconscious is in control of the daydream. Yeah. That checks out. Nice. Alright, Node continues. While daydreaming, you're totally awake and in control, not necessarily of what you're dreaming about. Not necessarily. The subconscious can be fully in control of that. I've had both those types of dreams as well. But that's just strengthening your point, right? There is conscious dreaming where you are in control of what's happening within the dream. And there is subconscious dreaming where your subconscious is in control of the dream. And that's why Freud was so fucking interested in dreams, right? Because he wanted to access the subconscious, right? A lot of those woo-woo psychology things where that's super vague and stuff, and when they care about dreaming. It's the same with the Rorschach test, right? With the ink blots. The ink blot test, right? They wanted to get at the subconscious by just free association, by letting the subconscious be drawn out. That was the idea, right? Let's see. He continued, in lucid dreaming, you're asleep, but you're total control of the dream. Yep. It's kind of like a really deep daydream. Yeah. That's how I perceive it anyways. Yeah, I would have to agree with you, Node Runner. Yeah, that's two different types of dreaming. But I would say, well, we could probably make a four-way daydreaming situation, right? We have unaware and subconscious. We've got aware and subconscious. That would be the subconscious daydream, right? You're aware, but your subconscious is the driving factor. So we've got two different sleeping dreams and two different waking dreams. And we could probably make differentiations between all those four, right? Because it's 2 by 2, right? We've got two different distinctions, awareness and consciousness. Interesting. Banana Waffle Monkey says, manufacturing consent is on my back burner list of things to read. Is that Chomsky? Manufacturing consent? I recognize that name. I have not read it. Banana Waffle Monkey says, Freud's books on dreams were bad models for psychology. Yep, but holy crap, are they great for analyzing literature. Yeah, and they're similar in that regard, right? I mean, saying they were bad models, they were a stepping stone, right? Freud did a lot of great things for the field of psychology. There were a lot of stepping stones in there. Right? That's how we do humanities science, right? You go back, the same goes with, well, not literature, I suppose. Literature is more, you go from quantitative to qualitative, to quantitative to qualitative, to quantitative to qualitative. And he did a lot of qualitative stuff, right? And it's all a lot of woo-woo and out there ideas. But the ideas, the models that don't find any pragmatic use get left behind, right? And other stuff stays. I mean, getting access to the subconscious is still something that's big in psychology, right? We want to get access to the subconscious to know what's going on down there, because it's not in the conscious, so it's difficult to figure out what's going on. But it's super interesting in psychology to actually figure out what is going on down there beneath. All right. So, we're having money problems. What? No, we're fine. Dad? May, it's fine. It's okay, I'm 20, I can handle it. Can you, May? Nothing to handle. Okay. Might just head up to bed tonight. Sounds good, kid. Been a long couple of days. It's been a long couple of days indeed. Literature analysis is fun. Alright, whoop. Let's go up to our room. See what they have to say. Charcoal? Bright Harbor Post. Is autumn secretly killing? A good reason to not read the news or the clickbaity social media and stuff like that. There's a lot of fear mongering. Is autumn secretly killing you? Blasphemous says Freud's nephew was more fun. Who was Freud's nephew, Blasphemous? I don't even know. Freud's nephew, eh? Edward Bernay? I have no idea who that was. Edward Louis Bernay, is this it? German. I'm assuming was an Austrian-American pioneer in the field of public relations and propaganda, referred in his obituary as the father of public relations. Wow. Yeah, that's a PR trick if I ever heard one. Pioneer in the field of public relations. How old? How old is the field of rhetorics? Just Bernay was named one of the 100 most influential Americans in the 20th century by Life. He was subject of a full-length biography by Larry Tye, the father of spin, later an award-winning BBC thing. All right, what's the thing? What's the idea then? Is this the techniques? The philosophy. Here we go, philosophy. Bernay touted the idea that the masses are driven by factors outside their conscious understanding. Yep, that's... Yes. Yeah, that's what happens, sure. And therefore, that their minds can and should be... Oh, wait. Did he just derive an ought from an S? That the masses are driven by factors driven out, and therefore the immense can... And here comes a should. Where does this come from? He is not allowed to do this. Should be manipulated by the capable few. Right? You cannot go from this to this. We know this. That's nothing new. Hume's guillotine, you said, shup. They can be manipulated by the capable few. Yep, they can. Intelligent men, all right. Intelligent men, right? They have to be men. Of course they have to be men. They have to be intelligent. Actually, I'm quite curious. I haven't looked at the Wikipedia page on this word for a long time. I'm curious about that. Intelligent men must realize that propaganda is the modern instrument by which they can fight for productive ends and help to bring order out of chaos. Yeah, he seems kind of Jungian, right? He went the Jungian route from Freud, I suppose. Banana Waffle Monkey said, I also saw the Jungian thing about that. I don't know a lot about Jung, he said, but isn't that also one of Jung's ideas? The masses things. Yeah, the collective unconsciousness. That's Jungian, yeah. That's very Jungian. And that it has been compared to DNA, right? We have a lot of driving factors that we're not aware of, right? That's like there is this idea that pheromones, right? The smelling of pheromones affects us way more than we are aware of. For example, that's a typical Jungian thing, and thing that he was doing as well, I suppose. Banana Waffle Monkey says, is it part of the collective unconscious to develop philosophies describing the nature of the collective unconscious? Yeah. It's about lifting it up. Lifting it up. Like finding understanding, right? We're a curious species, right? We're curious. So yes, it is part of the collective unconscious, right? We're building and... Was this the paragraph you meant, Blasphemous? Should have read the second paragraph from the beginning. That's here. His best-known campaigns include a 1929 effort to promote female smoking by branding cigarettes as feminist. Torches of Freedom. Oof. And his work for the United Fruit Company in the 50s connected with the CIA orchestrated overthrow of the democratically elected Guatemalan government in 1954. He worked for dozens of major American corporations, including Procter & Gamble and General Electric, and for government agencies, politicians, and non-profit organizations. There we go. Yeah. A lot of manipulation, right? Probably a lot of priming as well, I guess. Banana Waffle Monkey writes in all caps. I learned about that. What about this? The Blasphemous says, if you like bacon with your eggs, he supposedly is the one that you should be thanking. Oh, he had the idea, bacon with eggs? I mean, I suppose with scrambled eggs, I enjoy bacon. But, I mean, bacon goes with everything, so that wasn't really... I mean... Well, not everything, but you get my point, right? Bacon goes with most things. So him just pairing the two together, I mean... Fine, sure. Banana Waffle Monkey says, by a guy in Global Chat 3 in PoE making the argument that consumerism is an ineffective form of protest. Wait. Consumerism is not a protest. What are you talking about, Banana Waffle Monkey? I'm confused. Blasphemous says Bernay used his uncle Sigmund Freud's ideas to help convince the public, among other things, that bacon and eggs was the true all-American breakfast. All right, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so he went the Jungian route of Freud, right? There's been many different offshoots of Freud, but he went the Jungian route. Nodon says, what a great guy. I mean, I don't know. I don't like his philosophies, right? I don't like this. This should here, right? It wasn't very good. Like propaganda, right? The intelligent men, the intelligent few. That's very objectivist, isn't it? Who are the intelligent men? It's the people who are just like me. I'm the intelligent men, right? People should do what I say. It was kind of a... Colgate Innotab says, thank him for not patenting it. That would be something, right? Blasphemous says, wait. Oh, Banana Waffle Monkey cited that example. Consumerism. Ineffective form of protest. I mean, why would someone argue that consumerism would be a form of protest? It's like, I don't get it. Consumerism is a cultural thing, right? An attitude, not a form of protest. Blasphemous says, he is also responsible for the idea America should only have 2 major parties and that the others shouldn't matter. Oof. Yeah, this fucker, eh? This fucker. Banana Waffle Monkey. Oh, the Torches of Freedom. I'm voting third party next election. Fuck the 2-party system. Yeah. Like, we have a 7-8 party system in Sweden, and I say fuck the 8 or 7 party system. I'm voting outside of those parties as well. I've always done, probably always will. Unless one of the parties I vote for end up in the parliament, right? I don't know anymore. Intelligence has been defined in many ways. The capacity for logic, understanding, self-awareness, learning, emotional knowledge, reasoning, planning, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. Yeah, that's what I thought. There are plenty of different types of intelligence. More generally, it can be described as the ability to perceive or infer information. Oh, it's theoretical. All right. I thought you could have like spatial intelligence, right? You're good at moving. But maybe not. Infer information and retain it as knowledge to be applied towards adaptive behaviors within an environment or context. Right? And this here this here is not very emotionally intelligent, right? The capable few, that's a childish view of reality, I would say. That's not very emotionally intelligent, right? This idea. Oh, it's not even intelligent because he's breaking Hume's guillotine. He has not understand how ethics work. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just being mean or frustrated of this guy having such influence. Mm. Right, I actually heard from I don't know why, but this whole thing makes me remember. I don't know if you have seen that Adam Ruins Everything, about someone, maybe not this guy, but someone like this guy just made up the idea that you should buy diamond rings when you get married and they should cost this much. That was an like early, yeah, like around this time period, somebody just made a commercial pretty much and just forced it into the public consciousness, right? You should buy a wedding ring and it has to be a diamond. And that was not a thing before that. That's what I've heard anyway. Like it was this random dude, Adam, on the internet who taught me that. Yeah. Mm. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I think he was pissed off that the cigarette corporations proposed the women smoke them as a form of protest. So they could profit off their movement. It's like all these people who are walking around today with Che Guevara t-shirts. That's not an efficient form of protest. I get it. Now I understand, Banana Waffle Monkey. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Smoking cigarettes as a form of protest. I mean, I really enjoy the form of protest where they threw the bras away and started torching the bras. Why did they stop doing that? I wonder if that was some man's idea as well, rather than a woman. Wouldn't surprise me. No, says I'm very specially intelligent. Maybe that's why I like 3D platformers more than 2D platformers. Wait. Specially? Do you mean spatially or specially intelligent? Are we talking spacious, like the 3 dimensions, or specially like, oh, I'm a special snowflake? Hmm. Colgatino says, in the last governmental Finnish election, one of the 9th parties, right, got 1 member in parliament. Nice. Or it depends. What was the party? No, actually, I like the even it's a shitty party, and even if I hate everything that party stood for, I like the decentralization, right? Decentralized, not having these huge fucking parties, big institutionalized ideas. I don't like it. Should spread it out more. No Donor says, I've heard about the mind palace technique. Yep. Maybe I should look into that because it seems like my kind of thing. Yeah, you should. It's not my kind of thing, but I've heard plenty of good things about it from many different places. So the mind palace, right, is probably a good thing. It's a useful tool to have. Personally, I don't care about memory. Just let it go. There we go. I actually watched the Frozen movies recently, so just let it go. Let it go. Blasphemous links. YouTube video. What's this? Adam ruins everything. There we go. Random dude on the internet teaching us why engagement rings are a scam. This is was it only 3 minutes long? I thought it was longer. It's very entertaining. I highly recommend it. With the T, Node Runner. Spatial with the T. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah, spatial. There we go. Spatial, not special. There we go. Yeah, that would make sense, right? Because whatever you have aptitude for, right? What's intelligence aptitude, by the way? More generally, it can be described as the ability to perceive or infer information. All right. For information and retain as knowledge. All right, so from this definition, spatial intelligence wouldn't really be a thing. No, well, yeah. No, in the game thing, in the sense that you are using it, yeah. Spatial intelligence. You perceive the three-dimensional space, infer what you need to do, use the knowledge to apply it to adaptive behaviors and move throughout the level. So yeah, spatial intelligence would make sense from this definition, right? So therefore, since you have that, you should be the one who decides for the masses how they should think spatially. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, because this fucker doesn't make any sense. His philosophy doesn't anyway. His strategies and his rhetorics and his his propaganda. He was very good at it. His philosophy was terrible. Let's see. Banana Waffle Monkey says, my ideal form of protest would be just pee on buildings. But that's just me. Yeah, that is just me. Is that the ideal form of protest? Oh, man. That's. I think it's just you, Banana Waffle Monkey. For me, I think my ideal form of protest would be the people who do the work, the people who are just following the orders, them not following the orders. That would be my ideal way of protest. Strike. Yeah, there we go. Striking. That's probably my ideal form of protest. No, I refuse to do this. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I mean, you're not going to stop the person if they're already peeing, because then you'll just get peed on. Alright, but when you stop peeing, what then, Banana Waffle Monkey? What then? Colgate on Tap says, movement now? What's this? Movement now. Alright, it's an economically liberal political movement in Finland. Movement Now was founded by the then National Coalition Party, NCP, members of parliament, MP. Alright. History. I don't care about the history. What do you think? Stances, here we go. 30 core principles were agreed upon by the party members. Besides these, 30 core principles, that's way too many for a party, right? I would want to split it up, right? Just have one core principle, so I know what I'm voting for, right? Do you expect me to agree with you on 30 core principles? I don't see that happening. That's way too many for me to agree and want to vote for you. That's way too many. Besides these, the candidates are not aligned ideologically with the group and are allowed to take independent stances on local issues. That makes sense. I like that. Baltic Sea cleanup. I like that. All right. Generally liberal politics. Economics is... all right. It's just a party, right? Something. People like it for some reason. Expanding private healthcare. Ugh. Gross. Let's see. Blasphemous says, when Venida, a hairnet manufacturer, hired Bernay services, he started a campaign to convince women to grow their hair longer so they would buy more hairnets. Yep. That sounds like him. Nodonor says, if you've never peed outside before, you should try it. It feels like freedom. I can't even imagine someone getting to my... a man especially, coming to my age and never having peed outside. Oh, wow. But there has to be people like that, right? Who's never peed outside. Yeah, I enjoyed peeing outside. That's like, it's one thing that our sex has over the other ones, right? The other sex. I don't think it's as enjoyable for them peeing outside. I don't think that at all. That's a benefit of being a man. Yep. Well, there is this thing. No, there is this thing that they can have like to put up there and like funnel, a funnel and a tube. They have a funnel and a tube. Maybe that works. I don't know. I can't relate. Banana Waffle Monkey says you tag someone else so they can pee. Oh. Imagine all of the Amazon workers who had to pee in bottles just peed on the building instead. Nice. Well, that's very gross, but it's more efficient form of protest than. But then again, right? They are refusing to doing the work then as well, I suppose. More efficient than just starting to smoke indoors. So I guess you have a point. Oh man. Blasphemous says, if someone sees you peeing outdoors, you might end up becoming a sex offender, Kappa. I mean, you're just trolling, right? That won't happen in America. I can't imagine that. That won't happen in Sweden. Not. Yeah. Coppers can get you for peeing on a building, though. You know, peeing outdoors in like a bush or towards a tree or something like that, that's fine. Sex offender, oh man. Banana Waffle Monkey says, that's hell of a PR crisis. All the workers peeing on the floor and on the buildings. That is hell of a PR crisis. Colgate Tab says, I wouldn't vote for them, but I like how it showed to people that minor parties can make it to parliament. Yes, that's what I like as well. Indeed. No Donor says, there are people who have never peed outside. Yes. It's called modern life. Is it? Is it modern life? Oh man. Yeah. If anyone is one of those people, I highly endorse Node Runner's recommendation. Go outside. Go out into the forest and just pee. It feels pretty good. Well, it's an experience. For me, like, it feels like freedom is a strong word for it, but it's like, just do the thing. Blasphemous says, I'm not trolling, that really happens. People just peeing outside and get caught as sex offenders. That's... I mean, if you go out and pee at people, would that be, like, not peeing on buildings, peeing on people, would that be a sex offense? No, I don't think so. Blasphemous says, there are photos of Miley Cyrus happily peeing outdoors. Oh, there we go. Then maybe it feels like freedom for women as well. I can't say, right? I don't know what it feels like to have their genitals. I only know what it feels like to have my genitals. Banana Waffle Monkey says, they can still pee outside. They're just going to have a hard time spelling their names in the winter. I mean, they can. I just thought that it might be annoying. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I think it's public indecency. Yeah, something like that is probably fine. Banana Waffle Monkey says, oh, is it actually sex offense? Maybe it is. Blasphemous quotes, a harsher approach is to charge defendants with indecent exposure or public lewdness, which are crimes that may require defendants to register as a sex offender. Are you kidding me? Who would do that? Right? Actually, I understand why peeing at buildings is enforced, but also I would have like going harsher. No, like maybe a small fine. But like if you gotta go, you gotta go, right? That's if you gotta go, you gotta go. People can end up in that situation. Register as a sex offender just because you had to go. I mean, madness. Madness, I tell you. Banana Wolf Monkey says, what are you gonna do? Put 1,000 of all Amazon workers in prison for peeing in protests on the warehouse? I don't think so. They'll just pee on the prison too. And then what? They're gonna go to double prison? No, the prison guards are gonna beat the shit out of them until they stop peeing on the prison. That's what would happen, Banana Waffle Monkey. Colgate Tab says, it would certainly be some offense if you peed on someone. Yeah. Without their permission. Oh, yeah, of course. Without consent. Consent matters. Oh, man. It kind of feels like me, right? If I got to dating someone and they said, could you please pee on me? I think that would be a deal breaker for me. I don't think I could do it. I think it would gross me out. Yeah. No says, have you ever pooped outside? It's annoying. There's no place to sit down. I have. It was super fucking annoying. That's where I went from, right? Thinking that women did not enjoy peeing outside. Sometimes you just have to go. Blasphemous says, I live by a few bars. Before COVID happened, a month wouldn't go by where I would catch someone peeing outside of where I live. Right? Not just men, women. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta go, especially if you're drunk. Blasphemous says, Cider has pooped outside, but not peed outside. Well, that's what I said. I have peed outside. I couldn't imagine someone living to my age never peeing outside. Especially a man. Women, I could imagine that, but a man? But a man my age never peeing outside, it sounds super far-fetched to me, because, like, I don't even know, like, hundreds of times, probably. Yeah, hundreds of times. Adventure 95 says, I've done both outside, right? It happens. Colgate Tab says, 2 episodes of Monster for tomorrow? Yeah. Even though I'm super frustrated and I can't suspend my disbelief, I've not given up yet, Colgate Tab. So 2 more Monster episodes for tomorrow. That makes it sound like, oh, yeah, it's getting to time. No Donor says, the problem with slapping sex offender labels on people who don't deserve it is it devalues the whole label and people will take it less seriously. That's one problematic consequence, Nodrunner. One problematic consequence. There are more. I can give you more problems with it. But then deserve is, I don't know about that. It's whataboutism, right? What about the people who peed outside? They are sex offenders, right? And then, what about the flashers? Sorry, call back. But people will take it less seriously. Oh, a sex offender moved into our neighborhood. Oh, he probably just peed outside, right? All right, before lunch, I want to read these things. Hey, let me know when you want to hit the cemetery. I should be around most nights this week. I don't know. Thanks, Bay. Don't thank me too hard. I'm going there anyway, and it's like right down the road. You're ruining this. Are you not listening, May? Why is she going to the graveyard? Right? Her reason for going to the grave... Well, I'm supposing May thinks the ghost is more important than visiting her mom. Oh, in that case, you're so incredibly welcome, and also, you better not forget this big favor. Ah, nice. Nice. That's more like it. I'm falling asleep. Had fun tonight. Sorry if I was grouchy. It's just... nice. It's fine. Wait, did you fall asleep? Yep. Lol. I mean, Bay apologizing to May for any reason? I don't see that happening. May's got it coming. May's got it coming. Yo, I looked up the Historical Society on the internet. It's real old, but then they did big renovations. Oh, really? I mean, listen, I'm not saying there's a ghost, but old stuff that just got torn up seems like Ghost Central. How so? You're a ghost hanging out in an old house, and then someone puts a pool where you died or something. Haunted pools would be actually pee scary? Be actually pee scary. I'm spooked, I'm going to bed. And Angus, hey May, let me know when you want to go to the park. I looked up a map and it's pretty straight shot to the Possum Jump. Okay, great. We never really get a chance to hang out. It'll be fun, I think. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Night, sir. Tip's hat. Alright, still away. Circle. Banana Waffle Monkey says, does La Danse des Cercueils mean the fool of the circus? I have no idea. Oh, it means the dance of the coffin. The dance of the coffin, eh? Bedtime? Yes. What's the dance of the coffin then? Oh, was base profile icon. Hadn't. Yeah, very goth-like. Dance of the coffin. Very goth. Another dream? Yep, another dream. And there we go. Wait. What's happening? Well, this seems lovely, doesn't it? Very lovely indeed. All right. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. So thanks for today. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, see you next time. Cheers. Banana Wolf Monkey going to bed. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. And to the rest of you as well who's going to sleep. Cheers.